Hi everyone, Chels Daft here with another video, and today I'm asking you what you think of the Chelsea squad now, squad depth, after watching the reserves annihilate Seville last night. Of course, Olivier Giroud got his 4 goals, but the actual team performance as a unit, from 9 players that did not start against Tottenham to come in and play that well, is it a sign of how strong our squad is this season and how far we can go? Now listen, I get it's only one game. I get that yesterday was probably out of the ordinary, bearing in mind that Sevilla had made 7 changes in addition to Chelsea making their 9. Now, I've spoken recently in my videos because I'm aware that there are other content creators on YouTube that have said that Chelsea are title challengers, Chelsea are good enough to win the league. And I've been saying all along that I think that because of the amount of games coming up, because of the possibility of injury, suspensions, and just fatigue and things like that, I think we have to wait and get through the Christmas programme, New Year, into like the end of January to see where we're at compared to everybody else. And then we can evaluate our squad and whether or not we're going to be title contenders this season. We keep saying it, or I keep saying it, that the aim this season, first and foremost, with the players that we brought in, was to close the gap to Liverpool and to Man City, because we all know how big it was last season. The signings we've made are fantastic. They've all come in and they've all had an immediate influence, an immediate effect on the Chelsea team. And we're now 14, 15 games unbeaten in all competitions. Yes, there's some draws there, but unbeaten. Yesterday was another clean sheet. The defence is getting tighter, more compact, more organised. And as a unit now, Chelsea, the first team against Tottenham, were moving together. They were shifting from side to side. They were pressing as a unit. They were defending as a unit. That was against Tottenham. But the thing is, and it's important to consider, is yesterday with the 9 changes, the same unit was there to see. Moving forward as a unit, side to side, defending, pressing, when to push up, when to sit deep. And it was so impressive. And it really does sort of make me consider and sort of reconsider what I was saying before about the title. I still think the title is a long shot. And I think we're kidding ourselves if we think that, you know, we're going to be up there and at the moment and we could challenge. But as we've seen so far this season with the injuries, like so Liverpool are suffering with injuries, Man City's form's not been great. I mean, Tottenham's up there. That just tells you how bad the league's been. But I think Chelsea really has an opportunity to put a challenge together. And I know it's just one game last night against Seville, but just seeing what you saw from those 9 players that come in, that all wanted to come in and play well and prove a point. And God, did they? They really did. And it was so impressive to see. If you think about that back 4 yesterday that don't normally play or did not play against Tottenham, our back 4 against Tottenham was Ben Chilwell left back, Reece James right back, with Zuma and Thiago Silva. And those 4 are beginning to get to know each other, to work together, and they're looking solid. And it's key to note that Reece James seemed to have forced himself in front of Aspi in the pecking order when it comes to the strongest 11, which is credit to him. And Aspi's got a job on. Aspi, forever the professional, the ultimate professional, will still fight for his place in the first team. And then you look at Aspi playing last night, and you got Aspi right back, you got Emerson left back, Alonso sitting on the bench, and you got Tony Rudiger, who was out in the cold, but has managed to convince Frank Lampard or have their chat to sort things out. He's back involved and on the bench in most games. And you got Andreas Christensen, who seemed to have been frozen out after being sent off against Liverpool. Hardly seen him since, but he was thrown back in ahead of Fikayo Tomori, who's still there on the bench last night, who's still there and is being linked, as we know, with a move to Newcastle in January. And the fact that Chelsea accepted a loan deal from West Ham and he turned it down right on the transfer window. Deadline day, we should say. It looks as though Tomori's going to go. But those, and possibly Alonso in January, but those 4 that come in last night, Emerson impressed me with the way he played, the way he defended, how hard he worked off the ball. Christensen and Rudiger didn't have a lot to do, but they still look solid. They look good yesterday. Aspi looked good yesterday. And it's so impressive. The manager, the dream for a manager is to have 2 players for each position. The only weakness that we've got at the moment is the goalkeeper, obviously, with Kepa supporting Mendy. But it's very rare that you see a goalkeeper struggle and with injuries. And they do tend to play most of the season or be there or thereabouts when it comes to the first team. So Mendy's got that nailed down. Kepa can come in and look to impress and do a job if he's given the chance. Then, as I say, the defence is set. The main 4 are working together in the first team. That reserve 4 played really well last night as a unit, working together, pushing up, rotating across, dropping in, and just working hard right to the final whistle. Great to see. Midfield 3 that started against Tottenham: Conte, Mason Mount, Mateo Kovacic. Kovacic played last night. And he played last night because, if anything, this season so far, he's sort of been bit part. He's not played most, sort of all the games. He's either been substituted off or he hasn't started games. And so he had the fresher of the legs out of those 3 players. So in from the cold come Jorginho and Kai Havertz, who's been obviously not been playing because of his COVID. And those 3 worked in tandem again last night. Jorginho everywhere, hunting down the ball, leading the press, guiding the press off the ball. Kai Havertz getting himself busy, getting himself about the midfield, working hard without the ball, winning the ball and trying to create. And he created the first goal for Olivier Giroud by bursting through midfield. We all know you're going to get from Mateo Kovacic outstanding. But you could say that if Kovacic had played most of the first team football, then Billy Gilmour, back from injury, would have played last night. And you know from Billy Gilmour, from the 6 minutes we saw, hungry for the ball, hungry for possession. Get it, give it, nice and simple. He could come in and do the job. But Havertz and Jorginho impressed me yesterday, Jorginho especially. And once again, you've got strength and depth in the middle of the pitch. And then you look at the front 3 last night, and bearing in mind that Olivier Giroud is 3rd choice to Tammy and Timo, Christian Pulisic is getting back to full fitness, and Hudson-Odoi has been in and out this season. He's beginning to feature longer in games this season than he was last year. And those front 3 caused Seville all sorts of problems yesterday. Pulisic was busy, looking to impress, at times too greedy, but he showed glimpses of what we've missed with him not being in the team. Pulisic, outstanding player, as we all know, exciting, and we all know what he can do and what he gives to our team. It's great to have him back. As I say, Hudson-Odoi featured longer this season in particular games. Still needs to be more influential on a more consistent basis, but worked hard yesterday without the ball. Played his part in that defensive shape. Worked across when he needed to. Got hold of the ball. Gave it. Won it back. Took people on. Was good from Hudson-Odoi. And then Giroud comes in and makes a real statement with 4 goals. All right, the last one was a penalty, but the perfect hat-trick, outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. And bearing in mind, in the Premier League, he can't get a look in because we've got both Timo and Tammy scoring goals. And then wide areas, you've got Hakim Ziyech, also there, comes on late. He's impressed this season. The only thing you're probably lacking is another winger to support the fact that we've got Hudson-Odoi, Ziyech and Christian Pulisic. I still think we need another winger. Maybe get rid of one of the centre-backs and the left-back, bring a winger in, and then we seem to have sort of a balance. But knowing the fact that Timo can play on the left is still a good option to have. So you look around our squad and you look at other teams in the Premier League and you look at their alternative 11 to the main first team, and there's not many teams that are going to be as strong as we are. And, you know, look at Liverpool. Have they got the strength in depth that we've got in every position? I don't think so. Man City, outstanding squad. But have they got the strength in depth? They lose Kevin De Bruyne, for example. Can they bring someone in to replace him? Not necessarily. So it just sort of makes you think and makes you realise that Chelsea is set. What they did in the summer was fantastic. They've given Frank Lampard what he wanted. And we're now seeing the benefits of that hard work that's been put in since the players have arrived. 15 games unbeaten in all competitions. We're up there in the Premier League. And the thing is, we're only going to get stronger. And that's what's exciting. So guys, I've rambled on for long enough. It's over to you in the comments section below. Answer me the following question. What do you think of Chelsea's squad? Is it strong enough to challenge for the title this season? Post your comments in the comments section below. Also, let me know if you would change anything. Like I'm talking about a winger possibly. We're overloaded with centre-backs and left-backs. Let's get rid of one of each and bring a winger in. What do you guys think? I'm interested to see all your opinions. Make sure you post your comments in the comments section below. Thank you for watching. Drop a like on the video for me. Then subscribe to the channel. But make sure you hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss my videos when they come out. Thank you so much for watching. Check out the other content on the channel, including the best of my live commentary last night. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it and come and join next time I do one, which is next Tuesday when we play the next Champions League game. Have a good Thursday night, guys, and I'll see you all tomorrow.